Dr. Martin Luther King. My name is Curtis Babers, a 4th grade student in Lockhart Elementary. I have a dream for the future that is too beautiful to keep bottled in my heart. When I look at the present situation, I realize that my dream is possibly the light needed to dispel the dark degradation. You once said that faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Your words inspired me to dream beyond what I can see. What I see is too terrible for anyone to witness or experience. My campus is located in the heart of 3rd Ward, Houston. When I'm riding in the car with my mom, who is hearing impaired, the scene is very disappointing. I see children walking by 3 or 4 beer stores on the way to school. My dream is to have a state-mandated law stating that beer stores could not be within a 5-mile radius of a school campus. School children should not have the fear or the temptation of what that type of environment brings. Dr. King, you of all people know the importance of an educated mind. Before the march on Washington or the bus boycotts, you received a terrific education. My dream is that there'll be less young men choosing a life of crime and more young men choosing a major in college. I have a dream that one day there would be less young men in jail cells and more young men running businesses. I would like to tell these young men to stop blaming your circumstances on your parents, your situations, and your background. Your circumstance does not make you. Stop wasting your time in these clubhouses. Pursue a law degree and fight for justice in the courthouses. Dr. King, I also have a dream for these young women. I see more half-clothed women than fully clothed women. Every time I turn on the internet or the television, I see women aspiring to be these so-called vixens. My dream is that our young ladies would not aspire to be in the next rap video or some baller's boot. My dream is that our young ladies would aspire to be women of virtue, treasured wives, and adored mothers. I see more hands holding cigarettes and fewer hands holding diplomas. I see homeless people on the street with no food to eat. I see children suffering from hopelessness and who are in terrible situations. I believe everyone deserves health care and great doctors. I dream that no more of God's children will go hungry or suffer dark, dreary nights, wondering how things will turn out. Dr. King, you once said that I have the audacity to believe people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education, culture for their minds, dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. I completely agree wholeheartedly. I have a caring heart for all people. It hurts me to see other human beings living in boxes. But as you put it, now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley. My dream is that there will be less young kids sitting on their couches watching reality television and more young kids in a good book expanding their minds. Dr. King, you may be thinking, how a 4th grade African-American boy can have such a heavy burden on his heart? Well, again, I have to quote from one of your speeches. All life is interrelated, tied in a single garment of destiny. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. As long as there are more minorities in jail, as long as there are beer stores and drugs in the perimeter of schools, as long as our young ladies are using their bodies for their advancement, as long as there is a single hungry child, I suffer. I can never reach my full potential because I need my fellow neighbors. Difficult and painful as it is, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious fate in the future. This is my dream for our future, Dr. King. I believe it is bright enough to light up our tomorrows. Thank you for letting me share my dream with you.